step one, you're gonna go ahead and take the pattern and cut it out. I like to save the outside just because you can actually see the thing. So then, yeah, basically gonna cut that out. Then we take this and a stack of 4 of your pieces of fabric. And you wanna make sure that they are, when you go to sew them, that they're right sides together. So right now is a good time to just make sure of that. So this is a stack of 4 sheets. You can see that there's 2 right sides facing together and then 2 right sides facing together here. So you're gonna lay your pattern down on this and then use pins. By the way, I'm using gloves just because I'm making these kits for other people. You don't have to use gloves. When they get them, they will wash them in extremely hot water. So basically kind of the way that they wash scrubs. So you can go ahead and pin your pattern on. I'm using these pins so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then once you get it pinned on, depending on how accurate you are, I'm really notoriously anal retentive. So you'll pin the pattern on and then you can cut out all 4 layers together. And what I like to do to mark where these spots are is just make a little nick in the fabric. You want to be really careful about doing that though, because you don't want to have holes in the finished product. So the other thing you can do is you can put pins in it to mark the spot, or you can even use something like a Sharpie. Keep in mind that the Sharpie may bleed and show through the final product. So, but if you put it close enough to the edge, then you should be fine. All right, so cutting out that part and then cutting out this part. And the reason why the fabric is so wrinkled is that I washed it at a really high temperature. I have a sanitary cycle on my washer. And so what happens with that is it gets, with the 100% cotton, it gets very wrinkled. And because I'm doing a lot of them, I'm not ironing them. You could iron it if it makes it easier for you, but it is obviously time consuming. So here's the cut out final product. Before you take the pins out is when you can do the marking. So I actually have, I'm just gonna do this right here on this side. And what these are gonna show you, so these are actually, I believe, this is why you save the paper. Okay, yeah, so these are for the center seam. And then make sure that it goes through all sides. So if you go in about a 1/4 inch, you should be fine. Just in case you want to see that. It basically can't go past either of these lines. And so by doing this, especially with them stacked, it totally matches up. So this helps you match it up together later on. Oh, I'm using the wrong scissors. I wonder why. Okay. Then, okay, so we'll just cut this little notch so it matches up with that notch. You can also cut the paper too, but I don't like to ruin my fabric scissors. And then on this side, what you're gonna do is you can do the same thing. I would try not to cut so far here, it just kind of depends. Just make sure you get them through all sides. So this is where you're gonna put your elastic. That's why I wouldn't cut it so far deep. But again, Sharpie might be better. I might change it up because this is kind of time consuming and fiddly. Okay, so you have your sheets. You can go ahead and undo this, and then you're going to be working with these 2 pieces separately to start with. And so they're actually going to be the, let's see, so we did it like this. So the way that it's going to come together is these are your center seams. So you'll see that they'll get stitched together kind of like that. All right, cool. See you in a moment.